The Monsterverse franchise is currently going through its absolute best period, with the most recent commercial success of Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, earning over $500 million worldwide, making it the third most successful movie of this year so far. But it is also equally true that the franchise at the moment is at a very critical juncture where even one bad project can entirely destroy the stability of the franchise. To give you a better idea, just take a look at how the franchise started with the 2014 Godzilla movie, which was one of the darkest, most depressing takes on the Big G Man, where he was portrayed as this oversized, larger-than-life living nightmare, causing destruction all over. Fast forward 10 years later, we have a movie called Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, which features Godzilla taking on a new Barbie-inspired pink avatar, fighting a goofy orange gorilla and his oversized white bulldog, with ice powers inside a world beneath our own surface world. Yes, that sounds so logical and awe-inspiring. Now, do not get me wrong, because being one of the biggest fans of Godzilla, I love both versions of the Big G, which includes the Dark Nightmare take as well as this goofy, superpowered take. I had one hell of a time watching both Godzilla Minus One as well as The New Empire in a manner very similar to how I enjoy watching both Peter Jackson's King Kong as well as Kong Skull Island, but there is something very important which really needs to be addressed. The Monsterverse currently feels very similar to the Marvel Cinematic Universe post-Avengers Endgame. We are now introduced to an entire world beneath our feet where everyone is basically a titan. We have oversized serpents, hyenas, dragons, an entire army of Kongs, lizards, frogs, and many more creatures. I feel like the introduction of the Hollow Earth has ripped away the uniqueness and aura of Godzilla and Kong to a great degree. In a similar way, the MCU has taken away the stardom and uniqueness of some of the most iconic Marvel characters by introducing the concept of the multiverse and variants. I mean, at this rate, I would not be surprised if the Monsterverse decides to introduce a multiverse of their own and have these titans time travel. I mean, as ridiculous as this sounds, if you remember, this has actually happened within the Monsterverse, as we literally witnessed time travel in the first season of Monarch. Personally, I am enjoying whatever the franchise is offering us, but there is absolutely no denying the fact that at this point, the character integrity of the Big G and Kong are at stake like never before. And unfortunately, this is only going to get worse in the near future if Legendary Pictures do not decide to take some drastic steps. Otherwise, this franchise is going in the exact same direction as that of the Fast and the Furious series and the Transformers series, who has managed to entirely ruin their legacies by overdoing their stuff over and over again. On the other hand, there are some franchises who has managed to preserve their legacies in the most graceful manner despite their longevity. One of the primary examples is the Alien Xenomorph franchise, which continues to succeed and thrive even after almost 30 years. They have never for once tried to compromise the integrity and identity of their main character, which is the Xenomorph, who is basically known for its R-rated brutality and violence. Even during the age of Disney and the MCU, the franchise stuck to its core, and the result is right in front of your eyes. The same can also be said about the Jurassic World series, which, although not so successful in recent times, still manages to capture the vibe and essence of the original trilogy. The dinosaurs still have their cinematic legacy intact after all these years, all thanks to Universal Pictures and the Jurassic World franchise. The same, unfortunately, cannot be said for Godzilla Kong and the Monsterverse in general. So, should the Monsterverse be canceled and deleted from existence altogether? Well, that is not what I am saying. The best thing Legendary Pictures can do at the moment is release one more movie and give a proper closure to the story arcs of Godzilla and Kong. I believe the best way this could be done is by bringing in none other than the most iconic kaiju of them all, the Destroyer of Worlds, better known as Destroya. If you have grown up watching Toho's kaiju movies from the 90s, chances are that you have come across this terrifying, demonic, oversized, titanic entity known as Destroya. To give you a better idea, Destroya is basically like Doomsday from the DC universe. Just like the iconic DC supervillain was created for the single purpose of killing Superman, Destroya's one true purpose of existence is to destroy the king of the monsters, Godzilla. If you introduce any character for the sole purpose of killing your hero, then he is not really a character. He is just a plot device, a similar accusation thrown at Doomsday. In fact, Destroya was born out of the Oxygen Destroyer, which still remains as the only man-made weapon which successfully managed to take out the king of the monsters. So in other words, Destroya is basically the symbolic, living, walking epitome of the Oxygen Destroyer, the same weapon that brutally killed the king of the monsters, which is why I believe he is going to be the best final villain of the first phase of the franchise. And thereafter, after we are done with the next movie, I say let the franchise lay dormant for some time and let the audience forget whatever that have transpired within this universe. After that, Legendary Pictures should try and bring back these two heavyweights back on the big screen again, but this time with a different approach. Let the second phase of the franchise return back to the more grounded roots of the 2014 Godzilla movie and portray these kaijus like they truly seem to the people of the Earth. I think that is the only way to save the franchise, and most importantly, the integrity of two of my most favorite characters, Godzilla and Kong. So that is all I had to share in this video. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation in the comments down below. If you enjoyed watching, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.